Cinema sessions. This couch is pretty chill, but it's feeling pretty good right now with the world #1 doubles player, Rohan Bopanna. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's amazing to be, the #1 and proud feeling for sure. Yeah.
Supriya, we're happy that you're on the couch as well. Can you tell us the emotions of watching your partner reach world #1 at 43 years young?
It's really emotional. I think, funnily, the victory doesn't flash. It's more of what the work he puts in, how he shows up, his devotion to this. It's so sacred to him, and to be able to support that is special.
Yeah. Well, what a special fortnight it's been. And Rohan, to earn your way with Matt Ebden into the Australian Open final. This was actually earlier today. Tell us, this is a really tight match. It went to a third set tiebreak.
Yeah, absolutely. The guys, Zhang and Machak, were really playing good tennis. The whole fortnight they've been playing great tennis. And the one thing, coming into the match, we knew they really returned well, hit really hard. But when you end up on the court and you're facing that, you really feel that ball coming, that hard, and sometimes it's tough to react. We were pretty much in cruise control in the third set, but credit to them where they came back. I'm glad we won that, especially when you have those match points and, sometimes it doesn't go your way. It's extremely tough. But today, very proud that the way we fought through right in the end and, got the win.
What's for you in the player box?
Yes.
I'm guessing the heart rate is pretty fast.
It's very fast.
How do you experience the match when you've got sort of no power, but you're trying to, I'm guessing, give power to your partner on court?
I think I trust him a lot. So I think in the box, you're never bigger than what they bring on court. You're there to support, you're there to cheer, but you don't take over. And I think that boundary is what helps them. I think that's what he derives. I think he derives from that, I think. And I always say I support the man behind the sport. So I know when he doesn't have a skip in his step, then I start cheering for him very differently. And I know when he's like fired up and he wants me to be fired up with him is different. But now in the last couple of years it's been different because I'm more focused on if it's an 11 a.m. match, then I have a snack for my daughter. If it's today was a 1 p.m. match, so I carried a burger on court, and she had her lunch planned. So it's sort of the etiquette behind that and the discipline behind that. He needs to sleep well, so then I need to make sure she's rested in order for him to perform. So now I'm working on senior and junior Bopanna. That's what's happening.
Are. Yeah, that's really well put. This is, Rohan, the moment you actually sealed the #1 ranking, oldest man to do so for the first time in tennis history. Age aside, what a feeling that must be.
It is extremely proud feeling. You obviously, when you start your tennis journey, you want to just be in around your neighborhood being the best tennis player, and then it slowly starts going further on, being ranked #1 in your state, then your country, and today to be ranked as #1 in the world, it is super special. And to have played this sport for good 20 years in the professional circuit, and to be able to do it now, I think there's a lot of hard work which has gone in, sacrifices, and the people who have stayed with me for that long, and has really helped me come through this. Of course, one, being my wife here, Supriya, and the second person really who's been a major support for me is my coach, Scott Davidoff. He's been with me for good 12, 14 years now, and
wow.
And I keep telling a lot of the guys, there's no really reason to constantly try and find a new coach or change someone. You need to find the right balance, and the communication is the key. And I think improving that communication came from after marrying Supriya. Supriya being a psychologist, I think really taught me a lot of new things on how to really look into your own self and what strengths you can derive from it and take it on the tennis court. And I think that also played a major part and a big aspect for today for where I am and being number one in the world.
Guys, we're producing our own TED Talk here. I mean, this is great. No, we appreciate it. I mean, you faced the Bryan brothers, I think, many times over. Sort of, I think we're curious around your thought of their impact on the sport and how I think, and Leander Pace as well, this generation that kind of came amidst but before you as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Bryans have done so much for tennis, and especially for doubles. I think they really made a lot of people really watch doubles and encourage a lot of the players. And 2013, when I was got my career high as number 3. The number 1 team, 1 and 2 were Bryans. Unfortunately, I just could not get over that hurdle, and in a way, I'm glad that they retired, before me, and I was able to get to the ranking. But what they have done on the tennis court and on the doubles court has been phenomenal. And coming from India, both Mahesh and Leander also were a really, really successful team, and I was, growing up watching them play, and so I think doubles in general in India has been a huge part of the tennis culture. And even now we have a lot of youngsters picking up doubles, and I think tennis is a little underrated in India, and I really feel there are a lot of talent which unfortunately doesn't get enough support, and hoping, being number 1 now inspire some young kids. And also surprisingly, a lot of people above 40 also have messaged me and saying they've really got inspired and want to keep going, which is amazing.
Supriya, I'll ask Rohan about this as well, but I mean, Sania Mirza has been such an icon for Indian tennis over the years. How have you experienced the two of them, but also she, I think, has been influential on your husband?
Yes, they have the cutest friendship.
Speaking of cute.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that our kids can be friends. It's so wonderful, and that happened. But I think she came in at a time when she was so young, and he was, when you're teenagers, then you're younger than what you feel. And I think Rohan and her formed that bond together. And in some ways, I think he's protective of her as well. And I see that support that they continue to have for each other, and it's really wonderful how they bring that.
Yeah, that's well said. I mean, this was a cool moment last year. You guys make the final.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that was a semi-final win there, and very, very special. Especially not only having a family, but also your kids there on court. I think it really makes you understand there is a lot more from just playing tennis. There's a lot more around you, and she's been an amazing icon for Indian tennis. And her first mixed doubles partner was me. She was 14 years old when we played a tournament back in India in the nationals, and the last event, that's why we decided to pair together, and we made the finals. It was absolutely amazing.
We see the run of Sumit Nagal this year. I mean, there's great Indian history within tennis, but I think you've tried to be very instrumental in some of the funding for players up and coming, and you want the legacy to continue for your country.
We need representation in big events from India, and I think every time there's a player and say Indian flag out there, I think it is just improving, and it's small steps to growing the sport. And Sumit qualifying and winning a round and beating Public was exceptional. I think in a way it was, I think, fantastic for both singles and me doing becoming number 1 and making the finals for doubles. So in both singles and doubles, it has really made tennis known again, and a lot of people started loving the sport again in India, I think.
Can you help contextualize? I can ask him too, but this would be a obviously major moment in Indian sport to see him ascend to world number 1.
Yes, I'm a little lost of words.
Yeah.
It's been very surreal, I think. We're just allowed to feel enough until we're ready for the next match. So I think I'm telling myself I'm going to feel all my feelings on Saturday.
Oh, well, it's
Yes.
been a joy to have both of you.
Thank you.
Can
you
you
so
grab those popcorn?
Okay.
Rohan, Supriya,
Thank you,
Bopanna,
Nick.
thank you so much.
Thank you,
Cheers.
thank you.
you.
Cheers, 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 cheers.
Cheers.